Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're changing up the plan a little bit. I was first saying yesterday that we're watching today a couple of Yeti Smash attacks. We're changing this up, we're doing the Yeti Smash attacks tomorrow, and today some drag bat attacks. But why exactly do we do the Yeti Smash tomorrow? Because I have to tell that, because we tried that yesterday on our own, like in the stream, and we'll try this today once again in our stream. So if you guys want to see me try this live, like the Yeti Smash, go check out my live stream. It's going to be on Twitch at 8 p.m. CET. So if you guys want to watch some live attacks, make sure to hop by. But this stream is going to be in German, so this is the only downside. But either way, I think what we should do right now is let's get into some dragon attacks, because the current meta is more and more ground heavy. Like we have Queen Charge Hybrid, we have Yeti Smash, we have so many strong ground attacks. And in addition to that, we have the Yeti Blimp. All of this makes sure that we have either ground expos, single inferno towers. We have the black mines at really weird places to try to defend the Yeti Blimp, etc. Which makes dragons stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, and it's crazy. So what we want to take a look at is at a couple of attacks in our War in Tribe game versus King Jeffrey, and this was actually one of the playoff matches, one of the first rounds. So it was pretty important match. So doing those attacks, it's not like a troll attack or whatever, it's actually viable. So let's pause the attack really quick over here, because something we want to take a look at is, first off, let's take a look at all of the expos. Ground, 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 which means 3 out of 4 expos are set on ground. The next thing which we're taking a look at is single inferno tower and single inferno tower, which means normally you have so many counters in a base which is defending bats, inferno towers, scatter shots, wizard towers, X-bows. But at the same time, you have a couple of those defenses. You can change basically the effectiveness against bats by pressing only one button. Putting X-bows to ground makes them useless versus bats. Putting the single inferno tower, or putting inferno towers to single, makes them nearly useful against bats. So having out of those overall 7 defenses, and you have out of those 7 defenses 5 put to nearly useless, this makes dragons and this makes bats way stronger. So let's take a look at what Nicholas is doing over here, and let's try to take a small learning curve over here as well. So the first thing which he's doing is he's taking out a couple of air defenses and obviously taking out a couple of splash buildings as well, which means he took out both of those air defenses and the wizard tower as well. All of this is like multiple value, because not only he's going for dragons, but as well he's going for bats, which means if he can take a wizard towers as well, that's nice as well for him and his bats later on. So for now, the tornado trap, I don't know, the placement was a bit weird because there was no damage on the blimp, so it was kind of useless. But either way, what he's doing over here, he's taking out the next air defense and obviously taking out the town hall, creating really nice pathing. So from now on, we can already kind of see where the splash damage is still left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 splash damage buildings at the bottom left, which means yes, obviously he's going in there with his dragons, which leaves only 1 splash damage defense at the back end, where he has 2 freezes for. So that shouldn't be any problem. So let's take a look at what exactly he's doing. He's using the ward ability kind of early on because of the scatter shots. Do not underestimate the scatter shots versus dragons, especially if your dragons are grouped up. They're dealing so much damage, it's crazy. So early ward ability over here, and now he's starting off with the bats. Then obviously the dragons are getting through all of the core, and the first inferno tower, the first multi-inferno tower and the only multi-inferno tower is down. Then he's placing the ice golem over here to tank the wizard tower. And since he has so many spells left, he's just doing it the safe way. He's freezing the multi-inferno tower and the wizard tower, even though it's not really needed because the ice golem froze it. But either way, it's just for safety first. And now 1 delayed bat spell. I think he just missed the bat spell, missed to place the bat spell. But either way, this base is wrecked, so nicely done by him, and it should show you guys how strong those bats and especially those dragons still are. And it's still a really good army to try. So what I would use as well today in the live stream, obviously the Yeti Smash for tomorrow's video, but as well what we're trying to do as well is some Queen Charge dragons. So I think this might work as well right now, but we have to take a look at that a bit later on. So let's take a look at the next base, which is Red John, and let's take a look at this attack, which is once again, let's pause it over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 4 X-Bows are put to ground, which means useless against dragons and bats. The next thing, we have 1, 2, 3. 3 single front towers, which means out of 7 possible defenses, which are strong against bats, it's 0. It's crazy, crazy 0. And you can see as well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenses which are doing splash damage in all. Like, you can see this line. It's, if this line is somehow getting taken out, the rest of the base is basically ripped. So this is kind of the goal what he has to go for. So let's take a look at how exactly he's doing this. He has non-maxed heroes. That's another thing which is really impressive, because this base, I think it's nearly maxed. There are a couple of cannons which are not fully maxed yet, but except that, it's basically a max base. So it's even more impressive that he's taking that out easily. So let's take a look at what exactly his heroes are doing. The queen is doing like a nice funnel in the beginning, but yeah, like with all of the ground skeletons, etc., the ability is kind of not that nice, because, well, the ground skeletons are super annoying. So the next thing what he's going for is the blimp over here. And now we have to talk about something which is super annoying against all those electrons. So something which he might should have changed is do the queen and king part over here, and then maybe the electron on the other side or something like that. Because if there's a warden and a queen close to next to each other, this means the warden aura is giving the queen extra HP as well on defense as well. Which means if you're having defensive troops, if you're having defensive skeleton traps, whatever, if those are in the range of the warden, it means they have extra HP. Which means a maxed Electro Dragon with the max rage on top won't one-hit the queen. And this is pretty important, especially when going into those attacks. So either way, we have our dragons on the town, and we know already, like we said, if we can pass this middle line, we know our bats will kill the rest, because all of the splash damage is at the bottom, or like kind of on the middle line. So with having the bats going around, one nice ice golem on the right side, tanking the wizard tower over there, and this base is basically wrecked. Like, the royal champion is only supposed to take out this one lonely wizard tower. She isn't even going for an air defense. It's crazy. So this is already enough in value. The bats sadly died in the tornado trap, which makes this attack a little bit more closer. But either way, like, there are so many dragons still left. Basically one dragon, but either way, this is enough to finish up this base, and this is enough to swag a freeze. I mean, if it attack is close, it doesn't really matter. Just swag the spell, that's more important. But either way, that was a nice triple, and we have one more left. So it shows you guys already like how strong those drag bed attacks are, with having 3 drag bed attacks right now, especially in this ground heavy meta. So this is kind of nice. Having the next attack coming in with a Yeti blimp early on. And yeah, the Yeti blimp makes it far enough to activate the town hall, which means the Yeti mites can jump over and get rid of the town hall, which is crucial for this attack. The next thing what he's going for is obviously, once again, pathing, and in addition to that, another wizard tower, because sometimes those wizard towers are more important than taking down an air defense, because those bad spells are like basically too strong for any air defense, but they're super weak against any wizard tower. So yeah, let's take a look at the next part of the attack, which is going to be the king, who's walking in this strange compartment. I don't know why there's a wall missing. I don't know if that was intended, but it looks kind of strange. But either way, the king is doing out the enemy clan castle now. The dragons are coming in. I personally do not like if you're having no loons in the dragon part, because now we can see what happens. This air defense is wrecking dragons left and right. But I think on the other hand, this guy brought, like Elliot brought a golem, which is crazy considering that it's a golem. It's one of the most useless troops in the game on Tunnel 13 especially. So yeah, that's kind of funny, but this means that he had to kind of save a couple of troop space, which in this case meant that he had no loons. But either way, he had enough dragons to push through the core at this point. Now all of his bats are coming in, and he's basically only tanking this one wizard tower with his golem, and this is crazy. One freeze still left. The bats are getting rid of the last couple of defenses, and this means this base is completely wrecked. Nicely done by Elliot, and this shows drag bat is still viable as long as I'm not doing the attack. But either way, it's still really strong, and yeah, it's fun to see, and especially I feel like it's sometimes like a puzzle. I feel like you have to take out this defense, then you have like this coverage, not anymore of the wizard tower, which means the bat spell is once again possible. Then you have to funnel the dragons, then you have to do this. So I feel like it's kind of like doing a puzzle attack. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, that was the video for today. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you guys would like to see me do a couple of live attacks, even though it's in German, but still, if you would like to hop over, make sure to do so today from 8 p.m. CET for around 2 hours, I think. And yeah, I will hopefully see you guys back tomorrow for another video. Until then, see you guys and bye bye.